Great.
Yeah.
The handling, superb. Oh, hello. Where we are.
Yeah, he looks quite flatted on that, doesn't he? Well, I find myself back at Bike Treds Motorcycle Centre. Here we are. Oh yeah, all right then. And yeah, I'm on the big VSTROM today. And there's a reason for why I'm on the VSTROM. Dick is here. He's got his 800 DE. And Colin's here. And the thing is, yeah, I'll tell you. Colin will tell you.
Good morning, Sandy.
Morning, Colin.
And welcome to everyone to the YouTube channel known as Wiltshire Man. We are here today at our local independent motorcycle dealership, Bike Treds.
Yeah.
And Martin, Gavin and his team are going to look after us, and we're going to take out some new bikes for demonstration purposes.
It's a big day for you especially though, isn't it?
Well, you lot have all convinced me that I need a modern bike.
You want something lighter. So
if there's anyone that wants a nice Tiger 955i, contact Sandy on his channel. We can do you a deal, and he'll put a picture up of the bike.
I will do, yeah.
It's in really good condition. It's pretty well serviced. There was new tyres on it last year, a new battery on it. It's all good to go. All the luggage on it. It's a lovely bike for anyone that likes a big touring bike. Yeah.
Right, let's get a cup of coffee.
We get a coffee. Well done.
Well, here we are. There's all the lovely motorbikes in Bike Treds Motorcycle Centre. There's a Suzuki there. This is the modern version of my VSTROM. This is the new 1050. £13,995. God blimey. So they're a Suzuki dealership, Royal Enfield, Voge. A lot of motorcycle for the money, some of these Chinese bikes. Morning, Dickie. We have Dickie Mint. We have, and we have number one salesman, Steve.
Steve's a bit achy this morning, Wiltshire Man.
Oh dear.
He's been on Suzuki DE800 off-road course.
How did it go?
Oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'd recommend it to anybody. Got Suzuki, off-roader, big bike.
Where did you go? Where did you go, Steve?
That was in middle of Wales, Merthyr Tydfil.
Not the Sweet Lamb.
No. Sweet Lamb is KTM, but yeah,
that's right, yeah.
Merthyr Tydfil, and it's the SR75 Suzuki off-road.
Lord David of Glencoe. Anything intelligent to say, Lord David?
Absolutely not. Intelligence?
Water's coming. This is the most important thing.
Yeah, so now we're
getting fill in the coffee machine.
Fill in the coffee machine.
Anyway, I reckon my analysis is Lord Colin. Right, there's the 625. Right, Lord David, the 625 he's going to ride, isn't he? The Voge 625.
He's going to Voge the Voge 625 DX.
And then he wants to take that big old 900 DX out as well.
Yeah, and I think maybe the 800 as well.
Well, that's the wild card I was thinking of.
Yeah.
The 800 Rally is the wild card.
Yeah.
But I reckon the 900, this is before it all pans out, this is my theory what's going to go on today. I reckon the 900, he's going to like that one. I reckon he'll like the 625,
yeah, you
which
reckon?
is my favourite.
Yeah.
And the Rally.
Yeah.
So, I'm in agreement with you. If out of the three, if I was going to put it in any kind of order for Colin, it would be the 625, the 900 and the 800.
The 800 Rally, the seat's it's more off-road bias, isn't it?
It is more off-road bias.
And the 900, I don't like the 900. I'm sorry, I've said it before on my channel. I don't like the 900 DX.
A lot of people do, don't they? Though.
Oh, well, yeah, because it's cheap.
But you like the MT800, don't you? If you can like that, you can like anything.
Now I like my CF Moto 800 MT. Yes. I mean, I've had it now nearly 2 years, and nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It's been brilliant all over the shop.
Well, while we're here, before you switch your camera off, Wiltshire Man, we've got it on camera that Lord David, Mike and Kim, we're going to go out on the CF Moto 800s, aren't we?
We are.
Because I want to film them for my channel, and it's going to be, how long have you had those bikes now?
Well, it'll be 2 years in March.
2 years, so 2 years on. I did mention it on my last vlog.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So it'd be nice to get out on them and
check out Dickie Mint Cycles.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get out and have a discussion on how the bikes are getting on.
So these are the two bikes that Colin's going to be test riding. This is the Voge 625. He's looking for a lighter bike. This is quite a nice machine actually. I just sat on it, and it's lightweight, plenty of power. There's Colin getting ready.
Yeah, we're all getting ready. All right.
You're all getting ready, Colin? And then this is the 900cc, the bigger version of it. Yeah, they're very nice bikes for what they are, really. And I'm on my old 2018 VSTROM, which is a keeper, of course. We're just waiting for the obviously brand new bike for Colin. He's not used to it, so he'll be going steady, I expect. Dave's riding the Voge 900, Dickie on the 800DE, and I'm on the VSTROM 1000. Well, oh, we've got the weather. We've got the weather. I hope the camera lens isn't too wet. We're getting a bit cut up here. Well, just other side of Burford now, and we're going to ride the Henry Cole's favourite road, which is the road which goes from Burford to Bourton on the Water. Not Bourton on the Water, sorry. Bibury. It's a lovely road, sweeping road, quite fast in sections. Takes in some amazing countryside. But we've got the weather. We've been hit by the rain, unfortunately. So that's going to hamper progress, and it is very windy. It's very, as you can see, it's very exposed up here. Very bleak, actually. It's not ideal riding conditions, to be honest with you. But you've got to do what you can do, really, when you've got a bike on loan for a test ride. You really can't pick the weather. Yeah, they're not hanging about. Certainly is nice to be on a motorcycle with a little bit of power sometimes, much as I love my Himalayan and the Interceptor. When you've got more power than you need, it is a thrill when you use it sometimes. It certainly comes in handy when you've got situations like I had back there to overtake that car. You know, just flip the throttle, and before you know it, you're past the hazard. Yeah, this is the lowest part. Whoa. God, it's pretty bleak up here. I'll tell you, I'm going to tuck in behind the screen, get some protection from the wind. I think we're going into a headwind. Coming into Bibury now, 40-mile limit, and that is Henry Cole's favourite road, apparently. Now, it's a bit of a bleak road, isn't it? I wouldn't say it's one of my favourite roads, to be honest with you, but if you want to carry a bit of speed and have flowing bends, I guess it's good for that. Yeah, very Pretty place, Bibury, sort of quintessential Cotswoldy village really, but a lot of tourists come here in touristy season. Best time to come really is in the middle of winter when there's not so many people. That's quite pretty, isn't it? River's a bit high. You see the lovely stone cottages over there. Well, that was a flying visit. That was a flying visit to Bibury. I thought Colin might have stopped there, but I guess there was no ice cream van, so he carried on. Well, it's been a very wet ride. Very wet. Very wet, Dickie, isn't it?
I think we should have turned left at Letch Lane.
That's terrible, isn't it? Very wet on the roads.
You must be soaked. Oh, they're waterproof, are they?
Yeah, they're waterproof now. Yeah, yeah. We're going to go and get a breakfast now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good. So we're going to the CTL Motor Co for breakfast. They always do a good breakfast here. I think I deserve it after riding in this weather. Not many other motorbikes here. Dickie's going to go down there. See the Firestorm? I used to have one of those years and years ago. I had a Firestorm. I had one of these.
Where's all the motorbikes gone?
I had one of these, Colin, years ago. Small by comparison, small but lovely bike though. Yeah, been here before. I showed you all around the bikes. They either stock changes very slowly over time, but it's a cafe where you can have a breakfast and you can buy a bike if you've got the money.
It's all right. I enjoyed it.
It was wet though, wasn't it? It was wet.
It was wet, Sandy. I enjoyed it. I like riding in. It hungs your motorcycle.
I think my oh, go on, I'll give it a wipe.
Hang on a minute.
I mean, yeah.
It's clean now. It's clean.
Oh, it's cleaned up now.
Yeah.
So, Colin,
Put your hand on that.
what did you think of that bike?
Well, Wiltshire man, in some ways you were so wrong that I need a Himalayan, but you're so right, I do need a modern bike.
Yeah.
That bike, riding in conditions like we've ridden today, just shows how it can still be very pleasurable riding in bad weather.
Yeah.
Traction control on that works perfectly all right. ABS works great.
Yeah.
The handling, superb. Power, very nimble, I find.
Enough power for what you want.
I would say adequate.
Was the engine revvy?
I wouldn't say so, no. No, and it wasn't labouring either. I use the gears a lot more than I do with the Tiger, and I expected that, it's fair to say.
Yeah.
And yes, it doesn't accelerate but it's not going to, because it's about half the horsepower, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
But very comfortable.
What is the horsepower of that bike?
67 horsepower.
Yeah, that's still plenty though, isn't it?
It's more than enough.
Yeah.
It's more than enough, really.
So, do you think you'll be buying it?
I should definitely be buying a modern bike, and that's a strong contender. Until I try the others, I can't say. But I've always said I'm not really worried what it looks like. It's got to be comfortable and ride nice. That's the most important thing. It's a tool for a job.
So the Voge 900, This is the first time I've had it out on an extended ride, shall we suffice to say. I do like it.
Yeah.
It is good. So plenty of power.
Yeah.
I didn't find it too vibey. You know, there are vibes definitely, but it isn't. You know, the vertical
Yeah,
twin.
yeah.
On the whole, yeah, it's not bad. One of the things I did find is that when we were going around in the good old ridiculous 20-mile-an-hour zone, I could comfortably ride that at 20
So
miles
good,
an hour.
good fueling then.
Fueling is it's no, the bottom end is still a bit lumpy, but I think that's to do with emissions
Yeah,
and screwing
yeah,
everything
yeah.
down. But on the whole, it's okay.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe would be the seats. But
okay.
apart from that, it handled well. But if I had a choice between my 800 MT Touring and the Voge, I'd stick with my 800 any day.
Okay. Breakfasts are served.
Yeah.
Very nice. Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, lovely.
Just what doctor ordered, Dickie.
Yeah, I've just started throwing mine all
And you
over
have
the...
told your viewers
hello.
where we are.
I just started...
Wiltshire man.
I'm a messy eater.
You have told your viewers where we are.
Yes.
We're at the CTL Cafe in Cirencester.
That's right. Yeah.
A great venue for breakfast.
It is.
Healthy breakfast at that.
Back out into the rain. Oh, it's miserable. I was hoping it was going to just be a little bit of rain, but we're getting a lot of it. There's the VSTROM, look, all covered in rain. Dave was on the 900 Voge and Colin on the 650. We're now going to ride back, and Colin's going to get himself swapped over so he can ride this on the insurance. Putting Colin's bike on the centre stand. These bikes come with a centre stand. Now, for me, a centre stand is something I would really like. I haven't got it on my VSTROM, but I'm going to buy one for it, I think. But look at that. He's just trying it, see how we could get on with it.
That's very manageable.
Manageable, is it?
Very manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me have a go.
You try. It's lovely.
It's where to pull the bike from though. Oh yeah, that's easy to do, that is. It's easy. Well, Colin's got this idea. He wants to head to a Chinese restaurant. There's a very ornate Chinese restaurant around here called the Chinese, what it used to be called the Chinese Experience. You'll get to see it in a minute on the right, and he wants to put the two Voge motorcycles in front of it for a photo shoot. Don't know what it says in Chinese. There's some Chinese writing on there, and there is the restaurant. Good old Strom. I tell you, I ought to ride it more. It's a beautiful bike. It's such a compliant, easy bike to ride with, tons and tons of power. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to be swapping that for a Chinese bike. Not that there's nothing wrong with the Chinese bikes, mine. But here we are. You could have to get close to the microphone because it won't pick you up otherwise.
All right. Okay, here we are at the Chinese Experience in Swindon, which is one of the most famous Chinese restaurants in the southwest, showing two Chinese bikes at a wonderful Chinese restaurant.
Chinesium. Not made from metal, made from Chinesium. There you go, look. So that is the 625, that is the 900. Both Voges, both made from Chinesium. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. So you'll be quite happy to buy that bike, would you?
I would be, yeah. I can't find any negatives really.
No.
The ones that I could say are negative, I pretty much expected. It's not as flexible as the Triumph.
No.
Using the gears a lot more. But other than that, lovely, smooth, comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we've probably done about 60 miles.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it? Yeah. There you go, folks. So there's the Chinesium and there's the Japanesium. Which would you prefer? Leave your answer in the comments. Chinesium or Japanesium. So this is, in my opinion, these big bikes, they love the motorway. This is the place they can chew, they can munch the miles. Let's look at Colin on his bike as we go past. Yeah, he looks quite planted on that, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he's quite happy on that. Colin's coming for the overtake now, look. There he is, look, yeah, he's giving it the thumbs up. Let's go past Dave. Let's get a look at Dave on his Chinesian steed. There he is, look. Say, the 625 that Colin's riding, when I looked in the mirror as he went past, it's got good visibility. The lighting was very good on it. So Colin, final impressions on the 625?
Very impressed. The things that are different I knew would be different.
Yeah.
It hasn't got the exciting buzz when you wind it up that the Tiger's got, but I understand that because it's a lot less horsepower.
Yeah.
But put it this way, it's more than adequate for doing what I want it to do. It's a tool for a job, that's what I see.
So now you're going to take out a different bike.
We're going to try the Voge 900 now and just compare the two. That was the whole purpose of today's trip, really.
Well, if you're not going to go too far, I'll follow you. If you might go to Alborne or something like that.
Yeah, maybe just a squirt out to Alborne and back.
How far's Alborne?
9 mile.
9 miles?
Yeah, 9 mile and back. That's about 40 minutes then, because I'm wary I've got to get back home.
I can do
Sure,
that.
I'm back again.
Yeah.
We can do that and then we'll get quick impressions.
We can get a good judge
Yeah.
on that, because at the end of the day, from here to Alborne, there's a bit of countryside road. If we go the back way there and then come the quick way back.
Oh, well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So we're going to take the Voge 900 out now, or Colin is, and we'll follow behind him and we'll see what his impressions of it are. And you're taking out the 625?
I'm going to take out the 625 now, yes, and see what that is. And then I think when we get there, then we can have a bit of a debrief on between the two.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So here we go, Colin is now riding the Voge 900, and we're going to ride out to little village of Alborne. And we'll catch up with him there and see what he thinks about the Voge 900. So he's looking at buying a new motorcycle very shortly. Which one he'll choose, we'll find out. You see, with the Voge, whenever he puts his brake light on, the brake light not only lights up, it flashes as well, which I think is a good idea. So it looks like Colin is almost flat-footing that. So this is the village of Womber, and I got a subscriber who watches the channel, and he used to live in Womber, and he says whenever I go through Womber past where he used to live, I always turn the camera off or don't have the camera running. So I'll leave the camera running this time, because where he used to live was just along here on the left hand side. Forget his name, apologies. Yeah, just along here. And then my cottage is just there. Yeah, there you go. Left the camera running this time. The pub on the left here, it's now an Indian restaurant called the Bibury, but to me that will always be the Shepherd's Rest. How can they change the name of a pub from such a famous, lovely name, the Shepherd's Rest, to something else like that? I don't know. So we're just now coming into to Alborne. Lovely place, Alborne. Right in the middle of the Downs, in the countryside. We're going to pull up somewhere in Alborne, and then I'll get Colin's impression of the Voge 900. We'll see which he prefers out of the 625 or the 900. And then that'll be the end of the video. That'll be a wrap. This is lovely up here. This is the pub called the Blue Boar, and it featured in just over there. It featured in Doctor Who, one of Doctor Who episodes, and the pub was called the Cloven Hoof. Colin.
Well, Wiltshire man, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Long time no see.
Yes.
What do you think then, Colin?
Well, this one wins 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'd say 7 out of 10 for that one. It's got the buzz that the Triumph's got when you wind it on.
Yeah.
That's a big plus.
Yeah.
But I would say it's a bit harsher.
Yeah.
The suspension's very stiff. Now, whether that's just adjustment or what, I don't know, but I find it very stiff.
So that's the 900.
Yeah.
And so you prefer out of the two, that one's 7 out of 10 for the 900, and that one was how much?
9 out of 10.
So if you had to buy any one of these now,
It'll be this one.
you would buy that one there.
The only pluses on that is it's got the extra power like I'm used to with the Triumph.
Yeah.
But I don't really need that. And I'm not saying that this has got a dodgy gear shift, but that's a lot smoother.
Right, okay.
You can feel this going in and out of the gears without you just touch it and it's there.
Right, okay, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, with my DL1000, you've got to really knock it into gear.
Yeah.
It doesn't like pussyfooting. You can't just gently with it, otherwise you'll just go.
Well, on my Enfield Bullet, you need big boots to get it in gear.
Yeah, stomp it into gear.
Hi. Hello, Snookums.
He's such a handsome chap, isn't he?
Whatever you say all the nice things, but I'm still not going out to dinner with you, mate.
Whatever he wears, he makes it look good. Look at this. Look at what he's wearing. Look at that.
Well, this gear is Merlin gear. It's absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
It's comfortable, it's light, it's laminated, I'm nice and warm, and I'm dry on a wet day. Brilliant.
What did you think of the 625?
I thought the 625 was excellent. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it.
Did you enjoy it more than the 900?
Absolutely. Yeah. I felt in the bike.
Yeah.
The engine was smooth, the seat was super comfy.
Yeah.
All right, it hasn't got all the bells and whistles, it hasn't got cruise control or the heated grips, but hey, that's nothing. But for general riding on the 625, absolutely. As soon as I got on it, I'd been about 100 yards and went, oh yeah, this is nice.
This is it, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I would give the same rating as Colin on the two.
Okay. So there you go, look. If Colin and Dave both prefer the 625 over the Voge 900. So that's a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye. Take care. Ride
and
safe.
Thanks, Dickie, for all your input.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dickie did some great input as well.
Yeah.
But,
Link
anyway.
to Dickie's video on the Voge.
Yes.
Yeah.